Oh, it's working. Right. So, hello from Devon. Devon, UK. So, Devonshire. So, the actual Devon, the actual area called Devon of the UK. It's in the southwest, if I recall correctly. So, hello, Vijay, with the first message of Oi. Indeed. Eh? Did I miss something? Hello, Kangafango. Oi. Lol, I was actually first. Yes, you were. Kcha. Hiya. Stream title. It's all roundhill from here. Yes, because for this MISC, for the first hour, I would like to do KSP. For the second hour, we'll do something else, depending on how much progress we've made. If it feels like we have barely done anything, or if there's something really exciting going on, then we might just do all KSP, but we may do something else. And I will propose several options, and you can decide then if we get to that. So, KSP is already running in the background, as you can hear the ethereal music. Or you should at least be able to hear. And let's switch over. Here we are. Neat. Neat indeed. Resume save. Yes, this one. Neat. Bzzzt. yes, I get the reference. It says that KSP on Twitch, it has the tag open world. I think they're missing a plural there or something. Right, so last time we flew over to those mountains, landed behind them, then got back. So the first thing I would like to do is strap some parachutes to our plane and parachute down on the mountain so we can run our science there as well. So we can get those. And yes, I'm very aware that the different areas of the actual Kerbal Space Center do count as different biomes. So you've got the runway, the launch pad, the, what's it called, the observatory, it's the observer tracking station, as well as all the other things. Those count as individual biomes, which we can get science from. But that's boring, just rolling around. Are not part modules? Oh, right, because, yeah, because it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's because I uninstalled Fairmare Space, and apparently that had changed a little bit of the parts, but they're working. Okay, so we've got the bigger tanks, that's good. We unlocked more engines, which is very nice, last time. Unlocked all, the struts, all that sort of stuff. But what we need at the moment are all the way down here. I feel like that's the in Jurassic Park, where Settler is flipping open the little things for the buttons for the paddocks, like going all the way down, and you can see all the way down here, and then you all go down to parachutes, which I think are still in utility. Yes. So which one of these is stronger? Stacking capacity 4. Interesting. Let's see. Fully deployment. Pressure. Effectiveness, there we go. Oh, this one's much larger. Okay, well, let's turn on our center of mass. And I would like to actually have 2 on either side. I would like to have 2 there. Oh, where did they go? Did I place them in there? Oh, I did. I didn't mean to. I didn't place them in there. I meant to. There we go. I'll need 2 of them here. And I will want another 2 of them back here. So just so that we can safely land. Also, I believe that to take off a bit more easily, we should really move those rear wheels up a little bit. So just moving them, oops, not like that. I didn't mean, I need to turn off the snapping. I meant just sort of like this. That way it'll be facing upwards a little bit, which should probably help with us taking off. So, did we unlock any more science stuff that we haven't checked yet? Science. We've got Science Junior, which I haven't packed on this. Because I think that would just make it too heavy. Barometer we don't need. I think no. I don't think we've unlocked anything more in the science department. Right. XDD. That's kinda a bit hilarious. Research and development biome. True. How are you today? How are you two today, Vija and Charadise? I'm doing very well, thank you. I've been doing a bit of work in trains, which was exciting. And it's actually on a route that you haven't heard of, so... Alright. Hoi again. Hello, yes. Hello. To get that part out of the vessel, you could have just grabbed the capsule and moved it to the side, grabbed the unwanted part, and then trash it. Well, no. Well, I guess I could have moved it, but then it wouldn't be centered, and I wanted to be centered, of course. Like in the actual assembly building, I want the vehicle to be centered so I can navigate a bit easier. So let's see if it'll take off a little bit easier. All right, that's literally a plane. I know it is. It's only supposed to go to the mountains to do some science points stuff. Yes, black screen. It's supposed to be. It's the loading screen. There we go. Right. For some reason, it's again a little bit laggy around the Kerbal Space Center, but once we take off, it'll be better. Hi, hello, Yanni. How are you? Also, if the sound's too loud or too quiet, please let me know. Space plane. No, it's not a space plane, considering that it's not supposed to go to space. Let's see if it'll take off a little bit easier this way. Hopefully we won't smash our rear end again. Shouting! A bit too loud, maybe? Maybe. Let's see. Let's turn it down to maybe 80%. That might be better. How's that? Is that better? It's a reduction of 20%. Can we take off? Maybe? Not quite. No. Still not quite. I managed to take off before, but that was when I pulled the landing gear in, which was a bit of a tricky thing, which there we go, there we go. We have a liftoff. About 95 meters a second, I see. And the parachutes should be able to slow us down enough, so let's just head over to the mountains to get the science points from there. Oh, actually, we haven't been on grasslands yet, because this is shores that we're on at the moment. Interesting. Anyway, I finished part 1 of chapter 2 of HI3, alternating HI3 and HL3. Ah, nice, I posted in Intramisk. Alright, Shadows, tiny tad quieter maybe. Okay. It's a text file, so you should be able to open it right up. Yes, I've seen it. I haven't read it yet, but I have seen it. How about that? Is that better? What is HL3? Or was it HI3? I don't know. I don't know what the, if it was L or I. But I think it's the thing that he was speaking about before. I forget what it stands for. Sure, it's good volume, thanks. Right. Honkai Impact 3. Ah, third. Honkai Impact 3rd. That makes sense. Also, I turned terrain scatter all the way up, so you can see over there all of those trees. Oh yes, I remember now. Me too. the mountains aren't as far away as they look. You can see if I zoom out, they are literally just tiny little hop just over there. Just a tiny hop over there. Or we can zoom all the way in and actually have the camera placed inside the vessel. Shadows, I'm looking forward to when you get the Mark IV parts. Oh yes, so am I. Oh, I packed up. Oh, I chose a pilot, not a scientist. I want to have a scientist, but I suppose if we're only going to the mountains, then we don't really need to repack them. If we're going to repack the experiments, if we're only going to recover from there. You know, I've been watching a few videos on YouTube about Train's multiplayer sessions, and it looks really, really fun. And I would so like to do a bit more multiplayer, but unfortunately, I am still running Service Pack 2, and I can't update because, like I said before, well, you need to run Big Sur, the operating system, to update to Service Pack 3, and I can't do that at the moment, so yeah. I think yeah, I see, yes, of course. Yeah, hopefully Service Pack 4 will see the public release of the multiplayer surveyor. Oh well. Yeah. It would be really nice to try that out, but I'm not sure how much I'd actually use it. Although maybe I'll use loads. I don't know. If it does come to the standard edition, because I'm using Tiers 19 standard, not Platinum or Plus. And we're about there. Would be loads of fun, I think, building a route with others. Yeah, of course it would be fun, I just don't know how often I'd do it. What happens when two players grab onto the same spine point? I don't know. I think that probably isn't possible. I think that if one player's got hold of it, the other player can't click on it. At least that's the way I would make it. How I would make it if I were to make it. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah, the scatterer mod does add a lot. That's what makes the atmosphere look so good. Because, as the name suggests, it adds atmospheric scattering, which also makes the sunrise and sunset look very nice. Also, another thing I did today was I made a mind map of, well, I started making a mind map of the industry change that I want to have on a trains route that I'm working on, and that is, I think, going to help me a lot, because for example, the standard thing is, of course, so you've got, for example, you've got coal and iron. So the coal goes to the power plant, of course, and the iron and coal both go to a steel mill, for example. And that's great. But then what do you do with the steel? Where does that go? Well, it could go to a foundry where like steel coils. Like the steel mill produces steel coils, and the steel coils go to a foundry where tools are made. And then you've got tools, and you can transport the tools to other industries, which also, of course, have requirements for them. Like you can drop off like a boxcar or something of tools. So like just one boxcar things, because what I also want to have is I want to have marshalling yards that are actually useful. So it's like, okay, on your way to this place, you can pick up, say, a boxcar or two of this stuff, like of tools, and another gondola of sand, because on your way you can drop off the gondola of sand at this yard, and that will then be picked up and brought to, for example, a cement industry or something like that. And some other cement has maybe already been brought to the yard, so you can drop off the sand car, and you can pick up cement wagons or cars, and then you can bring them into a city or a town where they're going to be used for, well, construction material, for construction, basically. And industry chains like that are a bit more complicated than just the standard things. Or another thing is with the logs. Like, okay, you've got logs, and you bring them to a lumber mill. Lumber mill? Yes, a lumber mill. And there, that gets refined into planks and wood chips. So what do you do with them? Okay, well, wood chips you can bring to a paper mill. In paper mill, you can take the paper and you can put that, shuttle that over to a printing press, and then the printing press, so newspapers and stuff, you can then ship into the towns, like on the mail train, for example. And we're actually over the mountain, so I'm actually going to cut the throttle, because I would like to land relatively flat, so over here would actually be great if I could land here, which I hope I will be able to. Let's try to just slow ourselves down a little bit, because I'm going to land with parachutes. There we go. Yeah, and then the lumber you can maybe shunt over, well, bring over to a furniture factory, for example. No, not that, yes, landing gear out. And things like that. So you've got a bit more complicated industry chains where there is actually need for a yard, because it wouldn't be... Oh, that's not right. Haha. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not planning to land like that. So, yeah. So, for example, it wouldn't really be efficient if you have one boxcar of newspapers, for example, or maybe even two boxcars of newspapers. It wouldn't be efficient to have those. To have a separate train taking those over to, well, where they're needed at the towns. I hope this is going to land safely. Maybe a little bit of engines just to slow us down a little tiny bit. Oh, something's exploded, I hope. Okay, well, it was only the back engine. That's fine. We're going to recover this anyway. Okay, so we're in the mountains. Hello. Welcome, mountains. And actually we are rolling downhill slightly, which is a bit concerning. So I'm going to try to turn it the other way so that the wheels aren't going to roll, but rather we're going to be standing there. Well, I suppose if I turn it on like this, and then I can maybe use the thrust again to keep us in place. Right, so it wouldn't really be efficient to have the an entire train for those three or two boxcars of paper, of newspapers, but you can have it as part of a longer train, which is of course what you do in real life as well. And in a lot of routes, in a lot of trains routes with quite simple industry chains, product chains, you don't get that, because if it's only, okay, take the logs to the lumber mill, and then take the other stuff, just take the planks to general goods, and then that's that, then you can all do that by one train, by one locomotive. You don't need to have it, all that shunting and stuff. which is something that I want to have on this route that I'm working on. Okay, so we've got the science. So, let's see. Yeah, it really gives carbon atmosphere. Well, atmosphere. I want the road to go to the left. Left? Sure, you mean right. No, left. No, right. Left, right, left, right. Yes. Shadows, will your new route also feature turf as a load? Turf? I don't know if that is a load. But maybe. I don't know. If it is a load, then perhaps. Although, where would you really put that? I guess maybe for burning, perhaps? I don't know. For what would you use the turf? Bog wagons or something? Maybe make it a bit quieter still. I thought it was fine, but it seems to be too loud now. At least when the engines are running. Sure is. Lander on mountains. Right, so let's see what we can think. I'm gonna leave the volume for now. If it's too loud later on, then I'll change it again. We've not got quite enough to do stuff, but let's work on a rocket. I want to attempt to get into... well, I want to attempt to get an encounter with the moon. The mun, even. At least when the engines... Right, Shadows may be burning. Blocks of marshy soil, I meant. Yeah, turf, that's what I thought you meant. So, let's see, does this have AWS if I just give it a control thing? Will this have AWS? If I just have the probe and a reaction wheel, or does it just not have the AWS? Yes, because I really need the AWS, especially in space. The moon, AWS, XDT, yes, or SAS, however you prefer. Was that intentional? The first one wasn't, but the other ones were. No, it doesn't. It does not have SAS modules. It doesn't have SAS capability. And we are going to need SAS. So, gotcha. So, we are going to need to either... Wait, does this have SAS? Oh, it does have SAS. This one has SAS. What about this one? Okay, so then if we can use this one, which is the Probodine OKTO, which actually comes... that's odd. Comes in a couple of different variants. Which, yeah, according to the text, it should have SAS, so I want to test that. I will also need fairings at some point. Let's see. Here we are. Now if I turn SAS on, yes. Does have SAS, only has stability assist. It doesn't have any of the other SAS targets. But that's fine, we really only need the stability assist. Yes, revert flight to the vehicle assembly. So I actually... that's a thought. I was thinking we'll just go into orbit and then come back. However, if that we'll need a little bit of an adapter there, probably. If this has but now the music's too quiet. Isn't the music too quiet now? If this has a probe core, then we could potentially land it on the Mun, because it won't really need to come back. Let's see. How heavy would it be? Let's try that. We've got a Science Junior. We'll need... Actually, does that? That is... that one. Okay. We'll need the fairing thing. Where was that? Well, I think it was in utility, wasn't it? Was it? No, sorry, not fairing. I mean the the thing you can open up the doors on. Where was that? Maybe it wasn't structural. Nope, let's have a look. Payload. Ah, it was probably in payload. Or was it? Dun dun dun! Service bay. Yeah, that's what I wanted, service bay. Rail Kerman. Elvis. Sorry, no. Elvis. Engine stopped. Capsule decoupled. Parachutes deployed. Air brakes activated. Yes, exactly. Exactly. What's this? How big is this? Can this be opened? Huh. We've got a tiny thing. Okay, well actually yeah, we'll have the bigger one because we need, actually let's keep that open. So we'll need the science experiments on there. Tapered fairing. Interesting. Actually, how would that work? Is that... Oh, that just fits over like that. Oh, I see. Yeah, that just opens up like this. That's okay, we don't need that at the moment. So, let's put the science stuff in first. We'll need a thermometer. We'll need a magnetometer boom, probably. So there, maybe a bit closer to the center of mass, actually. I want to try to get it as close as I possibly can to the center of mass. So we'll have as little torque as possible. That's fine. Let's see. This would be useful, but probably not. There's the scan set thing, which gives us a view, so to say, of our planet, so we can, or any planet really, so we can see ores and stuff. This stuff is the important bit. I want to get this even more centered if possible. I think that should be fine. Right, barometer. This is measuring atmospheric pressure. No. This is radar altimeter. Very high precision radar altimeter allows collection of basic elevation data, very narrow bandwidth, very narrow swath below the satellite, uses moderate amount of power and functions in lit and unlit situations. So that is for scanning, basically. Same as this. Got that. This is the oceanography thing, we don't need that. This is the other magnetometer boom from the mod. And this is our PWS antenna. The radio and plasma wave science instrument measures electrostatic and electromagnetic fields generated by the interaction of planetary magnetospheres and the interplanetary plasma medium. Deploy and use while in low to high orbit, not for use during atmospheric flight or surface deployment. Use with New Horizons Universal Storage System. I don't have New Horizons, however it might work. It might work just as is. Actually no, I'd need to place it on somewhere. So no, I can't use that at the moment. Okay. Hello, sad girl, if you're real. Yes, if you're real. So I think that's all the science we can pack at the moment. Let's close that back up. We'll need probably also an antenna of sorts. Let's see. $40K, $150K, $500K. We'll probably use this one, the Communitron 16. Let's just have it on the top like that. No, let's actually have a few of them. Actually, wait, if we keep this, then I can maybe put the antenna in here. Haha! Close dialog, yes, don't need that. So just place it sort of there, and then if we extend the antenna, then it'll fit through. That's good. Close that back up. I think the grey fits. And what should we put on the very top? Well, we could just put the huge radar antenna, but that doesn't really, we don't really need that. Ideally I want a nose cone, but at the moment I don't have, actually I do have one. That's a big one, that's too big. So I don't have one. Isn't there a small thing I can put on there? Maybe I can that's no. I could just put a parachute on, even though we're not really going to need one, just for aerodynamics. I mean, it only weighs very, very little. Let's put a parachute on there, just to kind of round it off a bit. So, if this... Actually, do we have any landing stuff? We do have landing legs. I think... If we are going to try to land it, we're going to need them. So... Let's try it. We'll probably not get them, because the first hurdle is to actually get to the moon. But we'll see. Let's have, say, 4 of these containers. And then we'll need an end. Actually, maybe we can use a different engine. So this is the space one. So this has got an ISP, which is specific impulse of 325, which is, no, sorry, 370 in a vacuum. 430. 425. Okay, well this one's got the highest ISP. Does that have a... So this needs liquid hydrogen, I think it's liquid hydrogen, and oxidizer. It's got gimbling. Okay, well then maybe we can... Oh, it's a bit too big. Can we change this to have something else loaded? No, unfortunately we can't. Actually, no, that is that liquid fuel? LH2. Not sure. What about the other ones that I know are a swivel? Nope, that's not the right thing. I don't think we've got the right... yeah, we don't have the fuel tanks yet, I think, for those. Okay, so then let's just use the... Let's use the swivel, sure. On the top look good. Put the big one on there. Mushroomy! Ooh, there's my mod. I saw it. Really too big. Shh, you can change its design. Put it back on. Wait, I can change what's design? You mean this thing? Yeah, I can, but... I could do it like that. But it's got the wrong thing. It doesn't have... It doesn't have... This needs a different fuel that I don't have access to at the moment. Yes! Yeah, it needs a different fuel. I don't have access to it at the moment. Yeah, let's use the swivel. Actually, tell you what. We've got... Actually, on this stage... Let's try it. Let's try with the swivel. And then let's put on decouplers. Radially mounted ones. Like that. Let's try that. And then we'll need, of course, more tanks. And actually, let's move these up a bit so that they are actually in line, roughly. And then let's use more of these swivel ones. Actually, I think I've got the Oh, yes, I've got this tech by decoupler. Ah. Let's see how that would work. My guess is probably not very well. I mean, I could get a lot more engines like that, but I don't think we'll need that many. Unless I can get something with a bit of higher ISP. What? That's got 85. That's got... Oh. I think that's probably too much. It looks strange, but it could work. It could, but I think it's too much. I think we'll just burn through it very quickly, and it'll basically not work very well. But we can try it. And of course we'll need struts. Strut connector. That's just the normal one. Good. Hey, the first time I'm using struts in this game. I mean this save game. I have of course used them before. And we'll need fins. And let's also put on the launch thing, although that might get in the way. Yeah, that would collide. Let's try it like this. Oh, it looks so strange. Actually, it could work though, maybe. Let's try it. Color the struts? Can I? Oh, I can change the colors. Let's just leave them. Let's just leave them. So, first stage first. I want... No, that's wrong. I don't want that. I want that to go up there. Those decouplers to join it. And that one to go last. Also the parachute, we don't really need to trigger it. So let's just put this on... Nope, not like that. Why did that do that? I meant to do this. And then put the parachute up in the first ship. First of all, these will fire, these will fire. Then decouple, that fires... wait, what? Oh, I forgot the decoupler. You didn't tell me. Right, so then that decouples and that fires, and then we got that. Okay. So stage 3 has... Okay, that should maybe work. Right. Oh, Shinize, you're missing the decoupler, don't launch it. Yes, 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 yes. Ah. Let's call it the... Let's call it the hop leg. Hop leg Mark 1. Save, and just going through to my mind, we could maybe use a little bit more. Okay, I'll place a couple. Oh, of course. Sorry, I had a realization that was so strong I had to cough. Firstly, I place a few of these mini gyroscopes. We need electrics, of course. It's a probe. Of course, it needs electrics. These ones, yes. I think these ones should be fine. Let's just try it like that. So we've got many batteries, and we need these panels. That's a capacitor. We don't need that. Right? Right. So yeah, let's just place a whole bunch of these panels all around our probe core, as well as over here. Just all the way along our fuel tank. Oop, not like that. That's not what I wanted to do. As well as along our fuel tank. No, again, I keep clicking the wrong thing. No. I meant this. I don't know why it does that. Oh, right, it's because when I press Alt, it doesn't snap anymore, and that would explain it. Right, let's place... Like, so we have a ring going around, and we've got this going up. Maybe we can have another... Well, another 2 like that as well. There we go. So, let's attempt this. I mean, we'll probably run out of fuel before we even get there because we've got too many engines, basically. But we'll see. There we go. Oh! Venturier? Mystery Goo, sure is. Yeah, I've got Mystery Goo. The castle was so surprised it had to Corf. Yes, Corf Castle. I see what you did there. It's so nice with the light shining in here. Right, so here we are. Stability assist on right away. Let's see how much power. Let's try to launch. I mean, though that's a lot of engines right there. And yes, they are draining very quickly. The fuel tanks, I mean. Although we are getting really quite fast now. Maybe we can start doing our gravity turn, or maybe not. I feel that was a poor choice. Yes. I feel that actually was... No, that wasn't a great choice. However, we may be back. Considering that... Well, Nope. Does want to turn over a lot. Huh. Luckily we've got swivel, but that's not doing much. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Having this many engines may work. We'll see. Hello, Chris. A nice slate. The fuel dies in 20 seconds. True. It's just a test. Oh, hey, Chris. Welcome on in. Hello. We may actually do another game today instead of another one after KSP, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's try going up for a bit more, and then try doing our turn. I don't think this has a chance to get that. Maybe Friday Night Funkin'? I don't know. I don't have that game. I don't have that game. It's free. Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet that much. I did look at it quickly, but I'm not sure which game it was. Okay, we are getting really quite high up now. I should really start doing my gravity turn right about now. Hopefully this is not going to flip over again, which it looks like it is actually. That's odd. Why does it keep wanting to do that? Did they update the physics engine? Because I've not got Fairmare Aerospace installed anymore. Why does it keep wanting to do that? That's odd. There we go. Now I've got control of it. Ish. I think I maybe just Okay. Now let's decouple that. Fly away a little bit. Because of that. So you've got all this stuff now still left. And how's our electrics doing? Our electrics is doing fine. Our electrics are doing fine. However, it does just want to go backwards for some reason. That's not ideal for a rocket, unless it's coming down to land. Let's see. Come on, slow down. Nope. Well, we are going to rise a little bit more, but then we're actually going to start to go back down. I'm not sure why it has this much of an issue with turning. We've got reaction control systems on board. I think we just need to go up a bit more. There we go. Now that I've got the swivel, we've got plenty of thrust, I think, to keep it stable. Don't think we're actually going to get far. Let's have a look. Perhaps this is getting higher, but not quite high enough, though, I think. We're definitely going to get into space. It's about, our apoapsis is about, there we go, we've got an apoapsis of 72 kilometers, so we are actually going into space. Now we just need to accelerate this way a bit more to keep it going circular. To make it more circular, I mean, sorry. Focusing on this a bit. Let's see, because we've gone into space before on a suborbital trajectory last time, but not actually into orbit. So let's have a look. I think we're gonna make it into orbit, actually. Let's stop there. And then let's fast forward to about there. Warp here. Just so it's a bit more efficient. There we go. Now look down a little bit. And go. There we go, in orbit. Well, it was horribly inefficient, but we made it to orbit. Now, let's have a look and see if we can get a moon encounter. I doubt that we'll have enough fuel for this. Also, we're not on the right incline plane. So we'd need to do a planar adjustment, unfortunately, which is, as I said, unfortunate. Well, I suppose we could... Well, let's delete this. Let's see if we can do a little bit of an adjustment here, just to get us on the right plane. So, like that, maybe? And let's face the maneuver node. The burn time is only 9 seconds. Oh, there we go. Almost went past it. Luckily, I managed to remember to strap solar panels to this thing. And this was launching without solid rocket boosters, so... what I'll probably do on the next iteration is get rid of a few of those engines, but strap on a few solid rocket boosters. So, let's fast forward. Yes. A little bit. So we'll need to engage the engines at 8.5 seconds, well, at 4.5 seconds remaining. So let's fast forward a little bit more. 30 seconds. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, there we go, let's fire. And stop it. There we go. What has that done to our orbit? Well, we have got the plane correct now, but I don't think we've got enough fuel to get to orbit. However, we could potentially get some signs from orbit high above Kerbal, so we'll see. Actually, that would get us an interesting encounter there. Let's try that. How much delta V would we need for this? Where does it say? Maneuver delta V somewhere. No, it's on... not precise maneuver, the other one. Kerbal engineer. Show engineer, there we go. So our total delta V we need is for this maneuver node is 840 meters a second, and we have, where is it? Yeah, we don't have enough delta V. We've got about 500. So it's not going to work this way. Well, we can try. We can see how far we get. Yeah, we need to burn for half a minute. But I suppose we could try and doing it in little iterations. That might make it a bit better. Although, surprisingly, no, this thing down here does tell us that we would have enough. Maybe it's just the delta V in the stage that's not enough. Maybe that's it. We'll see. I'll rechat in a little bit. Okay, so I'll start burning at about 20. Well, a little bit less, maybe 19 seconds to go. Well, probably at least, well, actually no, we'll probably start burning now, considering we'll run out of fuel very quickly in this stage. Let's see what that does. Actually, okay, that's doing a good job. Then we'll run out. Now, let's separate. There we go. Little terrier. And let's see what that does. Actually, we might have enough to do this. Because that's only using it very, very slowly. I must have been reading the readout wrong. Ah, there we go. We've got a moon encounter. A periapsis is... that's okay. There we go, we've got a moon encounter! We're gonna encounter it. Actually, I want to turn this to actually face. 1 second. I want to turn this to face sort of in this direction. So we've got enough, basically the maximum cover of solar panels that we can get, basically. Just in case. Okay, let's quick save. And we can watch ourselves leaving Kerbal. That did quick save, right? Right, good. I'll rechat. Right. There's this site version. Let's have a look. Not sure what that game is. 1 second. Ah, is that like the rhythm game where you have to press the buttons in the correct at the correct time to succeed. Where you're battling these people in singing, and you have to sing better, and the way you sing better, you push them back, is to press the buttons correctly. Is that the game? There's the side version. Eagle's not here. He's not here. True, Yanni was before, who's also part of the CE team. Let's try landing in Brazil. I don't have the real solar system mod installed. Wrong solar system, pal. But if it wasn't, sure. Spacey music, yes. Fact, we aren't floating in space, we're falling very, very, very slowly. We don't notice. Well, yes. Because we're going around the sun, which means we're in orbit around the sun, so we're actually falling towards the sun right now. But because we're moving along, we keep missing the sun, and then our whole solar system is orbiting around the galactic center, the galactic core, so that's another orbit we're falling. Also, we're falling towards Andromeda, the Andromeda galaxy, and speeding up, by the way. Like, for example, now, we are moving faster towards Andromeda than we were a few moments ago, as a galaxy. We as in the Earth, or we as in Earth's inhabitants? Earth's inhabitants. Should I say terrier? Could you use the pannier next time? Perhaps. We'll see. And of course, and us of course. Alright, yay, Shredder's Moon or Bust, eh? Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is that game. We could play that later. Maybe. I would like to have a look at that game before I choose to stream it. But I will consider it. Actually, I'll write it down. And by look at it, I mean I would like to give it a play first. Not long, just a little bit. There we go. Written it down so I don't forget. Okay, so actually, let's fast forward now. So we can actually focus on the moon. So if we focus here, then we can zoom in, then we can see our course here. So the yellow line is where we are going to move through when we reach the moon, whatever. So I want to get that a little bit closer, if possible. So let's add a maneuver. Can I do it here? Yes, I can do it here. So let's add a maneuver node here. And if we actually actually no, let's do it before that. So if we add a maneuver node kind of there, we slow that down. Well, if we sped up a little bit, we can get in a bit closer. So that would only be a 0.4 second burn. 1 second burn. Like that. And we can get a lot closer. Speed up a little bit like that. So we can, if we can get it to sort of there-ish, how close is that? 41 kilometers, that seems fairly close. So if we do that, it'll only be, since we're doing it this early, this change is only going to, be a 1 second burn. So let's try that. Let's see how that will work. I'll need to orient myself. It's in half an hour, the burn, so that shouldn't be a problem. So if we go here, then we can fast forward. So fast forward, and you can see the moon is moving, and over there our spacecraft, that little dot there, is moving as well. Once we get here to the maneuver node, then we can initiate our maneuver. Okay, we have got about a minute left, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, we can. I'll only do a tiny little bit of thrust, so because the timer is estimating for full burn, I'm just gonna do it very slowly so we don't overshoot. So a little bit of thrust. There we go, And you can see that yellow line coming in. Coming in, coming in, coming in. There we go. Coming in ever so slowly. That's fine. Go a little bit more down. And there we go. Right, so we can close that node. We're now at 37 kilometers. That's good. Just like you know. Oh, right, we're past an outlook. Okay, well, let's see if we can land here first. And then we can see about switching games. So I'll try to circle. This mod here we have here actually has a circularize function. So we can add a node there, then we can click this button, and we'll automatically make it into a circle, which is helpful. That needs 14 seconds of thrust, which we have. So good. Let's fast forward until we get there. Watch the moon. So you can see our spacecraft here. It's in the nighttime. Oh, look at that eclipse. Carbon eclipse. It's nighttime, so that's what that is. Right, so let's fast forward a bit. Actually, I'll turn SAS off because I don't want it to use electric charge while we get there. So we're fast forwarding. Look at the moon. We're getting closer. Oh, where is it? Oh, there we go. There is the moon. We got real fast, real close, real fast. So it's 14 seconds. So 7 seconds. At 7 seconds to go, I'll initiate the burn. Look, there it is. You can see it with the updated textures and everything. I'll quick save again. Just in case. Let's fast forward a little bit. Right. And here we go, burn. Look at that lovely little engine and those particles. Let's keep an eye on the map, see how things are going. Things are going well. And stop. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we're here. At the moon. I need to turn a little bit so we get sunlight on our craft, which is useful. So let's quick save here before we try to land. So actually, I'll read chat now. Also, Shadys, if you've got any uninstalled DLCs from MZ2, maybe it'd be good if you'd get them installed before streaming it for the Thursday slot sometime. Yeah, I mean that's definitely an option. Definitely an option, and I do. Slightly off topic. Thrashed. Ooh, perfect eclipse. Eclipse Gemini even. There it is. Water particles, Shadys? Yes. In fact, yes. So, let's see about landing. Where should we land? Let's land up here, if that's going to be possible. Actually, we are going to turn a bit more, so maybe aim a little bit for maybe. I want to land sort of like that, if that will work. Let's try it like this. Well, that's only going to be 11 seconds. Let's try that and see if that will work. Let's orientate ourselves to face in the correct direction, which is apparently going to be facing this way. Let's land there. Points to moon. Exactly. And let's fast forward. There we go. Still quite a bit of quite a long time to do this. There we go. And we're approaching warp complete. 13-second burn, so we'll do it at roughly about maybe 7 seconds to go. Got a minute at the moment. That's 13, 12. Let's see how far it has turned. That's fine. 9, 8, 7. There we go. Just an 11-second burn. Let's go. Okay. That's not on target anymore. There we go. That's on target. And there we go. So we are now officially on a crash trajectory of the moon, basically. Okay, that's all good. So, time to extend the landing gear, the landing legs. We haven't gotten any science up till this point. I will point out. Because I want to see if I can land and get science then. So, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Look at that, it's getting close really fast. Really, really fast. This is a bit scary every time you do it. Let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to slow down. At this point, I want to try and keep the rear end of my spacecraft pointed towards our prograde marker, so that we're actually slowing ourselves down. Where's our shadow? Oh, down there. That's our shadow. That little blob. Oh, and there we go. There was the wormhole again. There, the wormhole. We can see it through the surface. So let's slow down a bit more. I want to, at this point, cancel out our horizontal momentum as best I can. Like that. That's probably good. And then just slow down a little bit more. There we go. We're now descending quite vertically, which is good. Slow down a bit more. 30 meters a second-ish. 33. Let's slow down a bit more. I don't want to impact at 33 meters a second, because that is actually quite fast. Well, for this thing to land at, I mean. Okay, 12, 10, 11. Let's see, let's slow down a bit more. And there we go. Touchdown! Ta-da! We've landed on the moon. There you can see carbon over there in the corner. Ah, yes, let's quick save. That is nice, isn't it? Look at that! And we did it without crew, so we do have stability assist, but we can't get out and do stuff. So let's open this thing up. We've got our experiments in there, and oh, I should have done one of the mystery goos. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's perform all science. Actually, no. Let's perform all science. Okay, that's worth so much stuff. That's worth so many points. Okay, so we've got all that data. Anything more? Nope, that's fine. Let's open up our top thing there. Is it open? Deploy primary base. Yeah, there we go, now it's open. And let's extend our antenna up there. Extend antenna. There you go, sticking out the top. I mean, we could probably make it back home, but I didn't put any parachutes on here, except for this one, and there's not going to be enough to slow us down. So, I want to see... Actually, okay, let's fast forward a little bit until we're at a bit of more of a preferable angle to do this. If we look up there, you can see the sun shifting as we're orbiting around. We're waiting days and days and days. Well, a couple of days, actually. Actually, it's only day 2, surprisingly. Because I want to get the sun at more of a flatter angle, so we get more sun on our solar panels. So we can got more power to do this. So, here we are. Oh, the sun. With the planet in the background. Actually, tell you what, let's see if we can get this as the thumbnail. Oops, that was wrong. Let's... Wait, if I cut this out... Can I land? No, that wasn't wrong. That was right. What was it? Function line? Let's load the save game. Because the screenshot is got shift as one of the buttons, so when I pressed shift, obviously, it went up. I should have disabled the engine before I did that. But I quick saved. Oh, you haven't seen it yet. You haven't. I'm waiting for your reaction. Points me. Wow! Yay! Get out your party horns. Luge at that. Ooh, I get that. Ooh, get that because you said command shift 3. Shift 3 is arg. Okay, it looks like we have got to do our experiments again, but that's fine. We can open that bay door, but deploy that, yes. All of our experiments. Perform all science. Yes, yes, yes. All of this stuff. Yes, yes. That stuff as well. We've got all this stuff. That's good. Let's extend our antenna. Let's disable the engine, shut down engine, just in case. See, now if I enable it, it doesn't do anything. So that's good. And now let's fast forward until, well, we've got better light on our solar panels. And since in this game the Mun doesn't have any atmosphere, this is a good angle. Of course, in real life, the Moon does actually have an atmosphere. Very small one, but it does have one. It does have one. Let's see if we can... One more screenshot like that. And let's try transmitting this. Transmit data. Transmit all, yes. Okay. It's going. We've got plenty of electric charge, and it is charging, so it is good. We've got enough solar panels to do this. It's transmitting, you can hear it beeping. And done! Done and dusted, as they say. Can we do any more science at all? No, we don't have anything for transmission that has transmission value. So what we may do, we could do a little hop, since we've got plenty of fuel left. We could do a little hop, because at the moment we are in Midlands, biome Midlands. We could try hopping over to another biome and doing a bit more science there, but we don't have that much science we can do again, because it's unmanned. However, I think we'll probably do that next time. For now, I want to go to Space Center and see how much stuff we have. I'm so surprised that we got to land on the Mun with that craft. It was only a test. I thought that we'd have nowhere near enough fuel, and that having those engines, the fuel would just run out so quickly and we wouldn't have anything. But we got there. That's the second time I've surprised myself like that. The first one was with the airplane, and actually managing... We did the test. It was a test flight, see if we can take off, and then we took off and landed on the inclined plane. Yeah, up here you can see we've got almost 200 science. Almost 200 science, can you imagine? Right, so, I mean, we can get a lot of stuff. We can get heavy rocketry, we can get all this stuff, but I don't want to look through that yet, because I actually do want to... I do want to play another game, and I feel that that was probably a good ending point. So, let's have a look at the tracking station. Pressed. Do a hop. XD, haha. You're in the Midlands, mate. Shadais. Is it Mun or Moon? I don't know. It's... A lot of people pronounce it Mun, but that might just be because they don't know how to pronounce umlauts. So... I guess it would be Moon. Yeah, a lot of surprises in these KSP streams. Yeah, congrats. So, the first time kind of did stuff, we kind of went out a little bit, we got over to the mountains, we got kind of up to there, I'd say, kind of like this. Then we got into a suborbital trajectory, and this time, we got into an orbit, and then we went out, and we got all the way over here. You can see the green lines are for the satellite thing, because it is a probe. And at the moment we do have sight of Kerbal, so we can communicate with it. If we lost this, if we say we were behind the Moon like this, then we'd have no control over it. So we've got that. So next stream, let's see, where should we go? How about there? How about Joule for next stream? How about we go here? That's going to be interesting. No, let's go to Val. No, let's go to this, Lathe. Look, it's got clouds and lots of ocean. No, not next year. A fun fact. I've never actually gotten to a different planet in KSP. The whole thing with the orbital transfer windows, I never got the hang of it. I got, of course, to the Mun and Minmus, but never beyond that. And I'm actually this time going to wait until we spend the science for next stream, because that way I'll know what we've unlocked, because I'll know that if I spend it now and then wait a week, then it's like, oh, okay, well, what did I unlock again? So the choices for what game we play next, the game that Chris recommended, I've got it written down here. In fact, I won't show you the other notes because there are other stuff. But maybe you can see it. It's right down there. Can you see it? I'm not sure if you can. Probably can't. Yeah, I've written it down there. So maybe next time. I'll have a look at it, play around with it a little bit. If I like it, then we'll do it, maybe. Friday Night Funking, yes. It seems like it's an interesting game, from judging only from the images. However, the two games, for the second half of the stream, I would say one is OpenTTD, so Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. The second one is a game I haven't played in years, which is Euro Truck Simulator. I was thinking maybe an American Truck Simulator, but I went with Euro Truck. So either Euro Truck Simulator or OpenTTD. Because it's been years since I've played it. Come on. Yeah, I thought you'd be excited about OpenTTD. I know you're excited about Euro Truck. Alright, there's more chat above. Oh, there is, sorry. Congrats. Oh, right. These lights are from a mod, right? Which lights do you mean? Yeah, Kajul. You're gonna have to do a lot of unlocking between this and the next stream. True. Yeah, understandable. Friday Night Funking? Alright. There's more chat above, yes. Ooh, ETS or ETS2? Lines, I meant. Not lights. Lines. What do you mean? Which lines? The green ones. No, they come with the game. Previous versions, they didn't have that. You could just control the probe anytime. But you've actually got the Kerbal network thing, even without a mod. So, which one? Truck or OpenTTD? Tell me now. I don't want to waste too much time on this talking. So, anybody who's watching live, you can choose. Okay, you vote ETS. 2. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Did you mean Euro Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2? I'm only going to answer that with a grin. Right, so I think that it's decided then. So I'll stop the stream and I'll restart. I didn't think there's anyone else watching it live now. That's okay. Right, so I'll stop the stream now and I'll restart it in a bit.